Hi guys, thank you for joining us at Ace Your Health Podcast. My name is Dr. Choksi. We're starting a summer immune series. This is going to be moderated by Barbara Grandison. You have known about her. She has her own podcast and her own Instagram following. The topic that we're going to talk about is something that most of us haven't heard about, is grounding. We're going to talk about grounding. Normally we hear about this topic in the sense of grounding our planet or grounding our buildings, but we're going to learn how to ground ourselves and how that can help us. So let us know if you have any questions. If you have heard about this topic, please share with us. Thank you.
All right. You know how when you were a kid, or when I was a kid anyways, we never wore shoes. We ran around outside barefoot. And as I've gotten older and met with Dr. Ace, he brought this up about the energy from the earth, getting outside just with bare feet, walking on the grass. And of course, we had to step in the mud.
Yeah.
So talk about that a little bit.
I'm so surprised he remembers everything I say to her, so it's just kind of good. It makes me feel that somebody's listening to me, right? No, actually, all of my patients listen to me, which is pretty cool. Yeah. I'm kind of blessed that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think because you explain well. You know what I mean? Like you take the
they
time to explain.
they also want to learn, and I think I'm
that's
attracting
true.
those patients who actually want to learn
And
understand and get better. But yeah, so grounding, wow, grounding is also about, the whole story is about electrons. Earth donates electrons to us. Okay, period. This is why when we have lightning strike, you have a rod in your house that grounds. That's why all of these sockets that we have, they all have a grounding third hole, because they're all connected and they're going straight down inside the earth. Because if any extra electrical energies that is running in our circuitry inside the house, it goes directly inside the ground. But now you can use that same concept in a reverse fashion. So when we become very acidic, when we become very inflammatory, when our cells shrivel, and when we look at different cells and different diseases, I don't want to say the names of diseases, but when we look at different diseases and our cells give up electrons, they're not in organized fashion. Our mitochondria that needs extra electrons doesn't have it, so the energy production is low, and those cells become diseased. They become diseased cell. They instead of being normal, the homeostatic, the normal process goes away. So we're looking at grounding. When we go out barefooted, if your body has extra electrons, Earth will take it. If your body is lacking electrons, Earth will give it. You gotta get inside where there are electrons in the ground. So there, you need a little bit of water. That's where the mud comes in. You might want to walk on grass. Just make sure your grass is good and clean and don't have any metal in there, so it doesn't hurt you. But you want to walk in these kind of areas. Beach is another great place because it has a lot of electrons in the sand. But if you go in a desert, you might not get that many electrons because it's very dry and barren. So you want some place where there's a lot of greenery, liveliness, and the earth will just take care of you in that sense. So we're literally, what we're trying to do is just equalizing our body's balance. We can't get away from our normal life these days, the way we're living. We're gonna get exposed to toxin, so we just need a little bit more help, and that can be done in 5 to 10 minutes, just walking out. And
it's very pleasant.
It's very pleasant.
My daughter loves it. She can't wait. As soon as it rains, she's like, "This is some good mud."
Yeah.
She's waiting for me to get out there
and
get our squish it through our toes. And I have a video on that you'll get to see as well. Thank you.
You're welcome.